Now that I've built my airplane, I think it's time for me to add some step-by-step instructions on how I've created this paper airplane that I'm testing. So I'll add a new sheet. Remember, delete the table, double tap to change the name, and for this I'll call this sheet instructions. And I think the emoji that I will choose is a pencil because I'd like to put step-by-step instructions here in this page. Now I've already taken some photos of the construction of the paper airplane. So if I navigate here to photos, you can see in my photo bar, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photos of a step-by-step for the paper airplane already created. Now within photos, there's a great tool called markup. So if I wanted to annotate these photos so it's a little more clear what I'm doing in each picture, I can absolutely do that. So select the photo that you'd like to edit, tap on Edit in the top right, select the 3 ellipses in the top right of your screen, select Markup, and here you have some drawing options just like you did in Numbers. One thing I really like to use here to annotate step-by-step instructions are the additional shapes that exist within this markup tool. So if I tap on the plus sign on the right of my tools down here at the bottom, I see that there's an option for a text box, for a signature, for a magnifier, and for a few shapes, a square, a circle, a text bubble, and an arrow. And so I think for this step, which is folding the paper in half lengthwise, I might just use an arrow, but I think I'll curve it so that it's clear that you fold the paper in half. Now I could also be very specific and I could use the magnifier tool which zooms in on a specific part of the picture to show that you actually need to take this corner of the sheet and fold it across to the other corner. I can also add some dashes here to show that you are folding across the center of the paper. And I think that looks pretty good. So I'll hit done to exit markup. I'll hit done to exit the editing function of photos. And I'm satisfied with that first photo. Let's do one more together. I'll select my second photo, tap on edit in the top right, tap on the ellipses at the top right, select markup. And for this set of instructions, I definitely want to use the magnifier here because what you have to do in this step is select a corner and fold it in towards the lengthwise crease line that has already been created. So I'm also going to use our arrow again, change that to green, and I want to say that you take the corner and you fold it in to meet the crease that is already there from step 1. And I think that looks pretty clear, so I will hit done. And if it's not exactly clear just from the photo, that's okay, because in just a moment, we're going to add these photos into an image gallery on our worksheet, and we'll be able to add captions. So there will be some instructions associated with each picture. Okay, once I've done that for all of my photos, I can return to my worksheet, and here I want to add an image gallery. So tap on the plus sign, tap on media, and here I'm going to add an image gallery. I can drag this box and resize it as I'd like, and then I can tap to add images. I'll bring up my photos here, and I've actually got all of these photos annotated already. So I will select my marked up photos, and I'll just drag those right into the image gallery. And it looks like the formatting is a little off because it's cutting off the top of my photo. So if I double tap on the photo box, it will bring up the sizing tool at the bottom. So I just tapped twice on the photo, and now I can zoom in or zoom out of these photos to show the full picture. But now I see that my image gallery sizing is a little too wide. So I'll hit done. I'm done with resizing, but I think I'll bring this in. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I will get rid of my photo split screen. And here you see, I'm going to zoom in with 2 fingers. Here you see underneath the photos, there's a place to add captions. So for each of these photos, you can add an individual caption that describes the steps that someone needs to take. So here, for the first photo, I might say something like, fold the printer paper in half, lengthwise, and crease. Open the paper back up. Now on the second photo, this is where I might say something like, take the edge of the paper on one side and fold the corner in to meet the lengthwise crease you created in the previous step. And here you see that this photo is actually rotated upside down. And so back in photos, if I wanted it to be right side up, I could just select that photo, hit edit, hit the rotation tool on the left. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you see a tool that looks like a square with different arrows around it. I'll hit that. And then on the top left of the screen, you see that I have options next to the words cancel where I can flip or rotate this photo. So I will rotate it here. So before you add your photos into the image gallery, you want to make sure that within the Photos app, they are oriented as you'd like them to be. So we'll go back to Numbers and move on. So here you could type in all of your instructions for your step-by-step how-to of building your paper airplane.